Ladies and gentlemen, not even 48 hours after getting the speedrun that was the world's first sub 20-minute speedrun, speedrunners have absolutely destroyed Liberty Falls once again in the world's first sub 16-minute speedrun. That was not me. Okay, no, okay, that was in his video. I was so confused as to who just joined Discord when I'm in a call by myself. Anyway, Liberty Falls has now been absolutely demolished by speedrunners using a brand new strategy here, which we're checking out today. I am very, very excited to see a lot of really cool movement like that, and really just trying to see where this Easter egg speedrun gets taken. The Dark Ops challenge for this Easter egg is beating this Easter egg in under 30 minutes, and not only now is it well under 30 minutes, it is now well under 16 minutes, which is basically like half the time that was required as before. I'm really excited to see the new strategies, new glitches, everything that was utilized and found out from then to now, the new augments, everything that is going to go into this Easter egg is going to really just create probably the kinds of runs we've never seen before on this game, just because of the amount of augments, the amount of people playing the game, and the amount of really weird stuff that you can end up doing in Terminus and in Liberty Falls that is like just completely broken. I don't know how much Treyarch is gonna patch. I really hope that they leave some of these speedrunning techniques actually allowed and in the game and everything like that, because it just adds that skill gap to the game that allows you to do so much cool stuff. So I think this will be a big week in terms of like what we see gets bugs fixed. Everybody is back in the office after the weekend, and obviously they just had the big launch, and now they're really locking in and doing bugs. They're already talking about the next DLC, which is probably gonna be on December 11th, is what everyone is speculating based off the mid-season update type thing that they basically have talked about. We've got Nuketown on November 1st. It's gonna be a big week for Call of Duty and a big couple weeks for Call of Duty. I literally cannot wait to see where this game gets taken because I'm having so much fun. We literally had the massive leaks earlier today about like Call of Duty 2025, which is absolutely wild that we're getting the premise crew possibly back in Call of Duty 2025. Have a whole video about that if you'd like to check it out. A really high value double points there, and I'm really just excited for the life cycle of this game. Before we go any further, absolutely, I need everybody to go down and subscribe to Flindex. His channel and his Twitch are gonna be down below. Also, fun fact, picking up those point values there with double points actually gave him double, which maybe possibly is a use for a lot of the point drop Easter eggs that you can get in this game. Maybe possible foreshadowing at using the point drop Easter eggs with a double points in Terminus, the 2,000 worth of point drops. If you have a double points during that, that is 4,000 points. All of these maximizations are going to require a lot of RNG, but I truly think one day we're going to see like speed runs that are like sub 10 minutes on this map. Mark my words, I will literally eat a shoe if I'm wrong, but I seriously think a sub 10-minute speed run will eventually be found out for this if things don't just completely patched up by Treyarch, which again would be fair if they do patch stuff out, but genuinely I'm kind of thinking that they might leave stuff alone, depending on how this game cycle goes and how easy some of these glitches are to do. So we'll see. He's got a great amount of points already. Literally round 7 still has the Rampage Inducer on. Has not even got to Pack Punch yet. I'm guessing he's gonna go right there. Dive into PhD and buy it while he's diving so he gets those extra perk points. And also skips the perk drinking animation. And then now also, again, because augments are down in the game, this sliding is like way faster, especially if you don't have stamina up. The sliding is incredibly fast in this game. Like really fast. He is obviously using the Mustang and Sally here as well. And again, Rampage Inducer is on, and I'm guessing he's looking now for the Groundskeeper. Another early double points, which is absolutely insane. There was the Groundkeeper right there. Gets the... Yep, he's good. Gets again at bonus points with the double points active, which is going to give him a lot more stuff. He has the Groundskeeper dead. I'm surprised he's not immediately running around to go do the next step. Now, I'm guessing he's getting just all the points he needs here because the spawns are so fast and he's like set up here and everything like that. There was the Molotov back to kill any remaining zombies, and I'm guessing he just really wants to end the round here before going any farther, which I believe he just did. There might be 1 or 2 zombies behind him, just worrying about getting there. Builds the Mangler cannon. Oh, he was getting the salvage as well. So basically, there are 3 ways you can open that door. Number 1 is getting the salvage. Number 2, and like crafting the Mangler arm. Number 2, shooting it off a Mangler. Or number 3 is just letting a Mangler blast you. All of these are gonna work for this. I'm really excited to see the new glitches and the new strategy for the boss fight because I've heard it's absolutely insane. A little bit of bad RNG here, not getting the first thing he's building there. Sees a nuke, decides not to go for it. Basically has most of the map open at this point. Probably is gonna need Jug for the boss fight, but I think other than that, really, do you need anything else? He goes up to the Rampage Inducer and decides to go ahead and turn that off because once again, Rampage Inducer is making this a lot harder. It actually is very, very difficult to play with Rampage Inducer if you're not really set up and buying perks and stuff. And he's obviously about to go do a step where you have to like hold square on somewhere. You don't want to be Rampage Induced on this step. Here, let me move my face cam down a little bit so you guys can see the water pressure. There it is. He's just tanking a couple hits from the zombie. About to lose his armor, loses his armor, takes an extra hit there. Actually almost goes down. Throws a decoy. I think one big optimization that I think speedrunners are gonna find and start using in the near future is using smoke grenades. I think decoy grenades are really good for this step, but I think whenever decoy grenades kind of get figured out that smoke grenades last longer, I think it's gonna be one really big optimization that people use. I think the issue with them right now is it's kind of glitchy whether or not they're working. A lot of zombies on his way, but he is gonna just tank through all of this, I'm assuming. Completes it. Gets the pressure valve, and he is good to go on actually building the jet gun. Does not opt to get stamina up there, just because the movement speed he already has for using this slide is kind of insane. I've had that glitch happen so many times where you go in to craft something, or you go in to interact with something, and then it just like locks you out of it for a second if you accidentally do something wrong. There's no way. Wait.
Let's see what this thing can do.
Okay, that literally confirms that he is going to do something that was literally like something that people were myth busting. Everyone was really, and he ends up grabbing one more in there, but he has more in there. I'm sure we're gonna find out later why he actually doesn't pick up the rest of the Aetherella statues there, because obviously that was only one of several. So, uses this little trick to suck the thing through the wall, which is such an insane trick to do. Grabs another Aetherella statue, actually is about to die here. Does end up getting it with absolute 1 HP. No armor, no HP. So that's what I'm talking about. This little Easter egg that spawns in a bunch of point drops, if he waits for a double points to pick all of those up, it could be absolutely huge. Obviously the zombies start raining down and everything like that, so he's just gonna let that Easter egg go on in the background. They drop points, they can drop ray guns, wonder weapons, all that kind of stuff. Goes across, is building the LTG. LTG is done. And as far as I know, the big glitch that lets you skip like a third of this Easter egg is still in the game. The entire step itself only takes a little bit of time, but I think this is gonna be a really big one. Uses something on screen there? Goes around to collect all of the stuff. Ends up not picking up, there's a Hellstorm there. Blue Ether Tool, which is gonna be really useful. He gets fire, which is gonna allow him to kill the boss zombies much faster. The Blue Ether Tool is absolutely massive for upgrading these pistols. Ends up having to buy some ammo here. Protecting this pretty darn easily. Dude, I love Easter egg speedruns because literally the announcers and stuff are spending the entire time just trying to like please catch up to what's going on. As you can see, extra damage to the Mangler because he has fire. Goes over here to pick up the canister. And one question mark I have is with how slow you run with this canister, I really wonder if people are gonna start buying stamina up for this Easter egg and getting kills with equipment, because if you get kills with an equipment such as like a tomahawk or something, you actually start moving so much faster. Ends up getting a Mangler, which is way better than getting an Abomination. Knocks off his arm, so he's gonna move at maximum speed the entire time. He's just gonna sprint at you. He's gonna place the canister down here. Go and turn on the trap, and that is compared to the last run we saw, that was like a good 30 seconds to like 45 seconds faster. So here we go, he's gonna go over here and do the ether canister duplication glitch. So here's what he does. He inserts it into the machine at the same time he's dropping it, so it basically like triggers the Easter egg that he did it, but also drops it at the same time, so it essentially duplicates the canister. There we go, perfect. One in the machine and one at his feet right there. So the one thing that, and just the way the Easter egg is coded that people have learned with doing this duplication glitch, is that you have to go over and you have to place down the canister at the other area so it triggers the next step of the Easter egg. You have to place it down and then let it be broken, and then the game is ready essentially for you to put it in there. That yeet off the side of there, I thought he was gonna go straight over the barbed wire. Grabs the next Aetherella statue. I'm really confused when he, oh, that's why. That is literally why. Okay, so the reason he left all of these statues here until later is you have to wait for this little portal thing to break. This thing right here, you have to wait for it to break in order to actually do the Easter egg. So he has sucked up all the Aetherella statues except for the last remaining one, which is right next to the boss fight, which is gonna allow him to do the boss fight much, much faster. Grabs PhD from here, or grabs Jug rather.
They're hammering that portal. Keep it
Does not have enough points left for pretty much anything else. Doesn't have enough salvage left, so he's gonna be going into this boss fight with a single pack-a-punch. He's gonna be going in with a single pack-a-punch. God, the movement is so clean with PhD. It really just like negates stamina up a little bit. So he has one more thing to pick up. He's gonna go ahead and suck up the last Aetherella statue, which should turn him into Aetherella right here. He's gonna get it inside the boss fight. Insert the last canister, start the boss fight. And he has the last Aetherella statue like sitting right there ready to go. Which I'm assuming he's gonna wait until a little bit later when the boss fight gets a little bit harder. This is such a cool strategy to use the Aetherella statue in the boss fight. If you're having any issues with this boss fight, do exactly what he did, where the turning into the superhero Easter egg, and just put the last one in the room with you and then suck it up when you need to like basically live. You can also do exfils with the Aetherella. It's actually insane. Okay, so boss fight has started here. I have also heard of a new trick with the boss fight, which I am very interested to see if he actually uses here. The new trick with the boss fight could be absolutely game-changing if it is actually implemented into here and it's something that is real. I had a lot of people in my chat room telling me about it yesterday. I'm really put on some armor, my guy. Oh my god, making me nervous, dude. Yeah, this boss fight is like apparently very doable with just how OP Mustang and Sally are right now. Mustang and Sally are incredibly strong for both boss fights at the moment. It's essentially like a wonder weapon, which honestly, I'm fine with. Well deserved. So here we go, grabbing some more ammo here. Not gonna have enough money to double pack-a-punch at any point, which technically would make the boss fight faster if you had money to double pack-a-punch, but it's just, you're just spending no time actually getting through rounds at all, especially in the beginning. God, dude, a sub 10 is gonna be figured out. If you think about how many absolutely insane tricks have been figured out over previous zombie games over the years, I truly think a sub 10 is gonna be totally possible. Some way, somehow, someone's gonna do it. Another 5 minutes off this is nothing over the course of 10 years. I'm so excited. Dude, the speedrunning in this game has already been so unbelievably insane. Like, I truly think more boss fight skips, stuff like that are gonna be figured out. Okay. He goes ahead and sucks in the last thing and becomes Aetherella, which is going to absolutely eviscerate all of the bosses and the zombies and everything like that. Pretty much just one-shotting everything. Absolutely annihilates, and I mean like truly annihilates the named boss zombie there. Okay, this is making me wonder. Oh my god, that zombie just like fell over and died. Didn't even laser beam. God, this laser beam thing just does so much damage, especially to the named zombies that take forever to kill usually. So that's phase 2 done, I believe. And this is the big one here. So, it seems as if it's not gonna be used in this Easter egg. Seems like, at least. But my chat was telling me that right now there is a method to just die on the last phase of the boss fight and you get the completion anyway. I don't know if that's some sort of like very specific trick or like something that you can use only when you're doing like co-op or something, but I heard multiple people confirm dying in the last phase of the boss fight actually just skips the boss fight for you. And he's in the last phase right now. It seems like he's just gonna complete it normally without using this glitch, but even right there, if it is figured out, we are gonna have an absolutely like mega increased. Yeah, so he's just barrel stuffing the named zombie here. Again, this is how you get around just having barely any damage in the boss fight and still doing it quickly. Okay. There we go. He pops Ether Shroud. God, the damage is so bad with these pistols against this guy, though. This is just really showing that you have to use the Aetherella statue if you're gonna go into this boss fight with like blue Pack-a-Punch 1 pistols. Because these things just do absolutely no damage to this thing. Like, Aetherella was able to take away a lot of health. He's basically just ignoring all the zombies as well because the only thing that matters about dying right now is this thing. Armor! Ah, it's making me so nervous. Okay, there we go. And the last pulse should kill everything. And he's good. What a run, bro. I'm really interested to see how this goes and how this progresses in the future because this is such a clean and efficient and fast run so far. It's actually unbelievable. GG's to the man for figuring all this out. What an absolute legend. Make sure you guys go down and subscribe to this guy. And genuinely, I can't wait to see the future of zombies, man. We're suited for such a good year. Leave a like if you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.